Hey guys, it's Noushin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to review this new MAC Waterweight foundation. This is not entirely new. It has been released in the market 2 months back, but this is the newest addition to MAC foundation family. And I got it last month. Ever since then, I have been testing it a lot. I have worn it quite a few times, so I'm ready to give my opinion to you guys now. So this comes with a glass bottle, which I am not a fan of these glass bottles foundations usually because these are not travel friendly. I personally don't like to travel with glass bottle foundations, but the glass itself is pretty thick. So I think even if you decide to travel with this foundation, it will not be too flimsy. So why am I tapping it here? I don't know. It feels like, can I break it? Anyways, so the packaging itself looks really cute, and it comes with 1 free ounce of product, which is 30 ml, which is pretty decent for any high-end foundation. And it comes with a dropper. So that is very interesting and new to MAC foundation, and which I kind of like because this is pretty liquidy foundation, and with this dropper you can control how much product you want. And also you can avoid contamination and keep it hygiene, because I can remember they have the face and body foundation which is pretty liquid, but they have a nozzle there which is very easy to get the touch of your hand there and get it contaminated. So from the hygiene perspective, I really like this dropper stuff. One thing to keep that in mind, that this foundation has SPF 30 in it, so it is good for summer if you are using it during daytime because it can give you some protection from sun. But if you're gonna use it and take photographs, then it might flash back since it has SPF. I have worn it quite a few times and took selfies with my iPhone. I didn't see any significant flashback, but that is something to keep that in mind. Coverage wise, I would say that it is more liquidy than most of the foundations available in MAC. Other than MAC Face and Body, if you are familiar with that foundation, MAC Face and Body is much more liquidy compared to this Waterweight foundation. And that's why, since it is more thicker than Face and Body, it gives more coverage as well. So the pigmentation and coverage is better in this Waterweight foundation compared to MAC Face and Body. I would say that this gives you medium coverage, and you can build it up to medium full coverage. It is not going to give you entirely full coverage. This is not meant to give you full coverage because this is waterweight and more liquidy. So this is more like medium coverage foundation. But if you build it up, I would say that you can build it up to medium full coverage. And the finish is more on the satin to dewy side. It is not gonna give you entirely grease ball face, so I would still recommend to oily skin people, you just need to use a little bit of powder, I guess. But for normal to dry skin, this looks amazing on the face. It gives a beautiful satin to dewy finish. But this is not entirely greasy, guys, so oily skin people, you can safely use that. Just you need to use a mattifying powder. I totally agree with the claim waterweight because it feels amazing on the skin. It doesn't feel like you are wearing heavy makeup, though from the look it will still look like you are wearing makeup. So it's not gonna be invisible on your face. It will still look like people will understand you are wearing makeup, but it is not gonna be too intense or too cakey, and it feels amazing on the skin. It doesn't feel like you are wearing heavy makeup. And the best thing about this MAC foundation is, generally I tend to avoid MAC foundations because they break me out. They break me out like hell. Other than the Face and Body, all the foundations in MAC I generally cannot use because either they are too cakey or they break me out. But this foundation surprisingly didn't break me out. Maybe because of the light consistency, it doesn't clog my pore. Face and Body is another foundation which I really like because of the same purpose, because it doesn't clog my pores. So that is something good to know, because I know, like me, many of the people tend to avoid MAC foundation because they generally will break you out. But this foundation so far hasn't broke me out, so I'm really happy with that. One last thing that I want to mention about this foundation is the shade. I am in the shade NC40, which is my shade, but I still find that in this foundation specifically, this looks a little bit ashy. That's the problem with MAC foundations. In different foundations, even though the number is same, they sometimes look a little more yellow or a little more ashy. Is that only me, or I don't know, but I felt that. So in this foundation NC40, I felt like it looks a little bit lighter for my skin tone. It looks a little bit ashy, not like entirely light, it looks a little bit ashy. So I tried one shade darker as well, NC42, but that is way too dark, that is way too orange for my skin tone. So I have decided to stick to this NC40. What I do is I try to bronze up my face more when I use this foundation, just to make everything even out. But other than that, I really like this foundation so far. I have been using it a lot because of its lightweight and it doesn't look too cakey, and it is not clogging my pores, so I can use it on daily basis. So I highly recommend this product if you have normal to dry skin, and if you have oily skin, feel free to use this product. It is not gonna look too greasy on your skin, and you might need to just powder it in the all over the place. Just use a mattifying powder, but it is not too greasy. So I highly recommend this product, and I hope that you have found this video helpful. So don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you have found this video helpful, and if you have enjoyed my channel, please subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so, and I'll get back to you soon with more videos, more makeup talk. Till then, stay well, stay beautiful. Bye bye. A makeup setting spray just to lock in everything. And at the end, with the same foundation brush, I just spray my foundation brush with this setting spray, and I